I don't often do this, but it's Mark Doody here again, and we are gonna talk because I've seen a lot of videos on Instagram, TikTok, and all that. I'm not one for TikTok or social media in that sense. You probably already know, if anyone that knows me, I very rarely post anything. The only thing I post is my videos. I kind of keep what I'm saying to myself, kind of thing. But we're going to talk a little bit about finances. We're going to talk money, because I keep saying the same thing over and over again, which is complete garbage, right? So people are saying, right, right. So I see the same video over and over again, which is basically use a credit card, don't use a debit card. Use a credit card to spend money and buy things, and then basically you pay that back, and then basically because you're in debt, your money and your well-being goes up, so you spend other people's money and not your own, and then you invest your own money. Well, that's a load of poppycock, you know what I mean? It's like, well, no, because you still got to pay your credit cards back. Then you don't have the money to invest, because all the money that you paid out through using your credit card, you've got to pay that money back. Sorry, my hands are filthy because I've been gardening. And it's like, that makes absolutely no sense. So here's what, me, I ain't rich, so let's put it down like that. I'm not a financial advisor anyway. This is not financial advice, but it's still human advice nonetheless, right? It's a terrible idea just to use your credit card and only your credit card. Now, they say buying a house is a liability. Well, it is, yeah. If you're buying yourself a house and because you think you're wealthy and everything, you buy your cars, you pay out for all these insurances and all this, yeah, you're never going to get nowhere. Why? Because your money's not working for you. You're paying the banks for a mortgage, for money that they print out, especially during these pandemic times. What has every government done? Print money. Print, right? So let's take the dollar, for example. The dollar is worth 40% less because all they've done is printed money. You know what I mean? Same with the UK. Our money's worth less because they print money and create inflation. So what's the smartest thing to do? Is make your money work for you. People are like, don't buy stocks. Why? You know what I mean? They keep saying there's going to be a stock market crash. It's going to crash. It's going to crash. It's going to crash. They always say stuff like that. You know why? Because they don't want retail investors buying stocks, because then they get themselves leverage. Me, I own hundreds of stocks, absolutely hundreds, right? I get paid pretty much every day through different stocks, small amounts, big amounts, you know what I mean? It's all over the place because I invest in the people I know that are going to, one, continue to generate money, and two, they give me money, you know what I mean? I get paid in dividends. So, I get paid for having my money. So they hold my money grows, and I'm being paid for having my money there. It's a no-brainer, you know what I mean? But people are saying, oh, no, don't do that. But at the end of the day, do it. Learn about money. Learn where it goes. Learn where it comes from. You know what I mean? Most people do a 9 to 5. Well, it's not really 9 to 5. Usually now it's like 12-hour shifts, or 4 on 4 off, 3 on 3 off, stuff like that. And if your money's not making any difference in your life, by going out, you buy food, right? You're buying commodities, Nike and Adidas, and you're buying name brands like aftershaves and perfumes and all this, yeah? You're paying for the brand. Clothing, you're paying for the brand. The food, you're paying for the brand. You go for the cheaper options, you know what I mean? Which, alright, sometimes they do taste slightly different, but most of the time it tastes just as good as the expensive stuff. You're just paying for the brand. But at the end of the day, if your money's coming in from you working, and you're spending that then on the most expensive goods that you got to show at the world, look at me, I'm flash, I've got this, I've got that, you ain't getting nowhere. Because, someone like me, I live basic. Anyone who knows me, I don't give a about money. You know what I mean? Which I don't. You know what I mean? Look at the resources I have. Yeah, I run a couple of businesses, right? I've run a couple of businesses. I own stocks, I own shares, I own different things, you know what I mean? And eventually I'm going to purchase land and houses, you know what I mean? That's my big goal. That's what I'm going to end up doing, you know what I mean? And the entire world is delusional when they say, oh, you know, I'm wealthy. How are you wealthy? But then again, on that terms, like Bob Marley said, what idea is wealthy to you? How much money is wealthy to you? As long as you're eating every day and you've got money coming in that you can then use to make more money, you know, and live a happy life. If you're in absolutely ridiculous amount of debt, you've got to think to yourself, why are you in debt? Because you're buying crap. You know what I mean? You buy crap, you're going to end up just owing loads of money. That crap is then going to deteriorate, and then basically you're nowhere near where you were before. You're just worse off. You want to get better in life, you think about it. Think, right, I've got this and that. How do I make money? How can I get money? What's worth something to another person? Where can I put my money while I'm asleep? It's generating me more money. You know what I mean? If you can't think like that, you will never ever have anything in your bank account. Me, I went through a period of time where I was dirt poor, and I mean dirt poor. I mean, I'm not exactly rich now, but my money makes me money. When I was dirt poor, I was still saving the most smallest amounts of cash. I was putting 20 pence, 50 pence into stocks slowly over time, and over time that generated me more money. Do you know why? Because the value of my money is increased, because I bought a hell of a lot of stocks during the start of the pandemic when everything dropped. I spent as much as I could get my hands on to throw it into there. I lived off beans and rice for weeks. I used to live off porridge, you know what I mean? Why? Because I could get a whole bag of it for about 70p, and that would feed me for a week. You know what I mean? I was living off meals that was about £10 a month. You know what I mean? I made sacrifices. I had money coming out of my wages for all different reasons. And, and in the end, now look at me. My money's making me money. And then that money then gets invested again and makes more money. And while that's going, 95% of the stocks I own is going up in value. There's very few that are actually going down, because, I'm not exactly, a big stock trader. I know the ins and outs. You just use your common sense, which most people nowadays are just not born with common sense, which is really worrying. You know what I mean? So, spend the time learn the surroundings. Like here, yeah? Here, I garden, I work in the garden, yeah? And I grow plants and do things like that. And I do this for about 12, 14 hours a day. You know what I mean? And plants are an easy resource here. I can grow it and then sell it, grow it and then sell it. Well, my wife sells it, you know what I mean? I just grow it because I like gardening, because that's what I do. But anyway, it's like stocks. I give my wife advice on stocks. I tell her what Indonesian stocks to buy. Well, I buy UK stocks, you know what I mean? And I'm constantly getting paid, you know what I mean? Find just little things. I mean, I've got clothing stores. That generates me money. You know what I mean? If you can't just do the basic maths, right? Most people in life nowadays, yeah, big corporations are taking over everything. You either work for the big corporations or you own a business running it through the big corporations. Run a business through the big corporations, you're going to end up better off, because you only got yourself to worry about. But if you're an employee, you've got to follow the rules. You've got to follow what your bosses say. You've got to do what they say all the time, and you never get anywhere. You never get appreciation for the work you do, because everybody, they just want to suck the life out of you, because they want you to work faster and harder for less money. Look at the average rate of which wages actually grow. Do they actually grow? Not really, no. You get an extra, 10p here or there every hour or whatever, you know what I mean? You run a business, every single penny of that goes to you, and of course the tax man. But again, if you're smart, you know what I mean. That's all I'm going to say on that one. But at the end of the day, you've got to put one foot forward in front of the other, make your money work for you. If you can't take anything else, just that one saying, make your money work for you. Like Warren Buffett said, if you can't make money while you're asleep, you know what I mean? And what's the point? Not exactly them words, but you know what I mean? It's the most basic of all things. At the end of the day, money's out there to be earned. It's up to you to go and earn it, yeah? Indonesia, these people, honestly, every day is a graft. Every day is a hustle, you know what I mean? And they understand it. A lot of them don't have much money, but they make it, you know what I mean? And then you have people in the West that have got really easy lives. They've got pure drinkable water. You know what I mean? They've got so much stuff available to them, and yet they can't even do the basics of making their own money. You know what I mean? If you can't make your own money, then what are you doing? You know what I mean? Alright, value's going down, talks of inflation and all that garbage. You know what I mean? Another thing is, turn the bloody news off. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about COVID. You know what I mean? The only time I know anything about COVID is when I go out and I have to wear a mask. That's it. That's my entire involvement of COVID. That's it. Wear a mask. And I've got to show, like, proofs of this and that when I go to certain places. But other than that, I ain't bothered about COVID. You know what I mean? What's the point in worrying about it? If it's going to kill you, it's going to kill you. But let's be honest, it ain't. You know what I mean? Look at the facts. Look at all the people coming out with true facts. That's why you listen to the news and it's fear-mongering. Don't listen to the garbage. Turn your TVs off. Go outside and learn some stuff. If you spend most of your life just sat on your ass playing games, I play games all the time, but I do that during my rest times, you know what I mean? And I do enjoy playing games. You know what I mean? I'm playing State of Decay 2 at the moment, again. You know what I mean? Because I like zombies and that. But at the end of the day, life is a journey. You know what I mean? And you've just got to figure stuff out. Don't just sit back and just think, this will be fine. I'll work my 9-to-5 job. I've known people that worked in job for 40, 50 years and get laid off. You know what I mean? People have worked hard all their lives, and what do they get for it? Nothing. Remember the days when you used to get services where you worked there for like 10 years, you'd get like a nice watch or something, or one of them them brass clock things. Yeah, you don't get that no more. What do you get? You get hardly anything. They either give you like a discount to their store or whatever, where you've got to spend your own wages at their store to then pay you again. You know what I mean? It's a con. You know what I mean? Life is a big con when it comes to working for people. Some people are just generally stupid and just can't actually do anything for themselves, so they will always be employees. But in order to get somewhere, you know what I mean, you need to be out there. Learn everything that you can. Do the stuff you enjoy. I love gardening. That's why I spend so long out here. I love it. You know what I mean? I love watching my plants grow. I've got vanilla. You know what I mean? I've got my vanilla farm on the go. You know what I mean? In about a year's time, my vanilla farm's going to make me, between £2,000 and £4,000. Just for vanilla. So, you know what I mean? So once a year, that's like £4,000 just for having a few plants. Well, I've got more than a couple. I've got about half a dozen. And that'll make me about between £2,000 and £4,000. Just for watering plants and making sure nothing eats them. That's it. I don't even put no chemicals or anything on it. It's all natural. You know what I mean? I sell plants, I sell clothes, I've got stocks. All my money, basically, plants are free. I just make cuttings. You know what I mean? The only thing I pay for is soil. That's it. Soil and bags to pot them in. Pot them in bags. There you go. Done. How hard was that? You know what I mean? Alright, I've got to spend a lot of manpower doing it, and I've got to sell a lot of them. But at the end of the day, it's easy. It's easy to make money. You've just got to have the drive and willpower to do it. You know what I mean? The sooner you do it, the better, and everything gets all right. So don't be stupid and think, yeah, all these financial advisors telling you, yeah, only use your credit card. Don't have a debit card, just use a credit card. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, all right, your credit goes up and it builds up and that. But at the end of the day, what do you gain from that? You don't really gain anything. So, be smart. Make your money work for you. Save a bit of your money. Even if it's like 10% of your wages every month. Save 10%. Don't put it into a savings account. You know what I mean? Because as they're printing money, the value of your savings is going down. You know what I mean? Pull it into something that's going to make you money. It's really that easy. You know what I mean? So that's going to be enough of me waffling on about money. But at the end of the day, money's there to be earned. Yeah, if you're going to let employers basically take the mick out of you, which they will do, you know what I mean? They'll take away everything off you. They'll make you work harder, faster, for less money. The value of your money is going down through basically inflation and all that stuff, because it's only the rich getting richer. Why? Because they've got all their drones walking around doing all the work for them. You know what I mean? Be smart. Make your money work for you. Buy stocks. Get investments. And on that note, if you want stocks and you want to start trading stocks, let me know. I'll send you a link. You buy a stock. You invest, say, I don't know, we're trading 2-on-2 at the moment. You invest £10, you get a free stock. I get a free stock if you use my link. So let me know and I'll do that for you. You know what I mean? We both win. One, because you're taking my advice, and two, free stock. You know what I mean? Look at my bananas. Nanas is pineapple. What we call nanas is in bananas, nanas, you know what I mean? But here they call it's a pineapple. So yeah, but this is a banana. My bananas are on the go. You know what I mean? But anyway, think about it. Just think about it. So you get a mortgage to buy a house, okay? Then you live in that house, so you've got to pay for it, upgrading it, keep the upkeep costs. It's just sucking the money out of you. You know what I mean? So all these people are like, I own my own home. Good for you. But, what do you gain out of that? You've got to spend your entire life paying off the mortgage, and then what? You know what I mean? You get to the point that you're old and you probably have to sell your house to get into a smaller one. So you ain't no better off. Know what I mean? What's the point? You know what I mean? A lot of people get old and they use the thingies. They use their houses as things to look after them. You know what I mean? They sell it to care homes and stuff like that, and they take money out of your pocket. So at the end of the day, be smart. Own land. You know what I mean? Own assets. Get in there. Learn what you can buy. Look what you can get. It's all about making yourself better off. If you don't make yourself better off, I don't know what to suggest to you. You know what I mean? And that's all it is at the end of the day. You've got to work hard. Get to the point that you're financially stable. You know what I mean? You might have to work for a while. You know what I mean? The more you work and you put money into the stuff you buy, like clothes, and obviously you need to buy clothes. I'm not saying don't buy clothes. I'm not saying don't buy food. You know what I mean? Just be smart. Budget with everything. Get the stuff that, is gonna, be cheaper. Go for the cheaper brands where necessary. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna spend like £2 on the most fanciest spaghetti when you can get it for like 70p. I think you can even get it for like 17p. You know what I mean? It's like me, yeah? I bought a tin of beans, right? Tin of beans, 20p. Well, I think it was 18p. 18p beans, yeah? Why go and spend like £1 or £1.50, £2 for like 4 tins of beans when you can, for £1, you can get, 40, 60, 80, well, you get 5, you know what I mean? But still, you know what I mean? There are ways to make money. Live easy, because the easier you live. See, if I knew all the stuff I knew when I was younger, I'd be absolutely rich now, and most people would say the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's hard to get the bloody sunlight. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Think smart. The younger you start doing it, build assets, build things that generate you money. If you don't, you'll never end up better off. So that's my little financial advice for you. You know what I mean? Start your own businesses. There are ways you can start businesses without spending a penny and not getting into debt for it. You can go to all these princes trusts and all that where you can borrow money to start a business. You can do that. You can also find other ways. There are many other ways to start a business without actually doing anything, like affiliate work. I have affiliate links for Amazon. You want a product on Amazon? Let me know. I'll send you an affiliation link. You get it cheaper. You know what I mean? You get it cheaper and I get paid for you using my link. You know what I mean? More income. I ain't had to do anything. You know what I mean? You've just got to open up them streams. But anyway, that's my little moan of the day. You know what I mean? Because I'm sick of seeing all these TikTok videos like, I'm super rich and I bought a new house and I did it all on my credit card and I'm really cool. And it's like, yeah, but you've got to pay your credit card back. You know what I mean? Then you've got the charges and interest added on to that. So you're just paying the banks to get richer while they print more money and devalue your money. You know what I mean? Obviously, even if you invest your own money, it's still getting devalued. You know what I mean? But if you stick it in stocks and shares, if you do it smartly, you will make money. Like me, right? I'm going to give you an example now, yeah? Greggs. I bought Greggs when it was £5 for a stock. Yeah, it's now worth, I think it was either 25 or 30 pounds a stock. You know what I mean? So in the space of like 2 years, I've more than doubled my money. And I've done that with most of my stocks. I've more than doubled my money. I get paid monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, yearly. I have that many different ones. It is working for me. You know what I mean? When I see an opportunity to make money, I go out and do it. I don't sit around hoping that the money comes to me, because it don't work like that. So anyway, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. And think smartly, folks. Think smartly. Don't be leashed on in this. Basically, it's an enslaved world. You know what I mean? Slavery never ended. It's called working. You know what I mean? Working and taxes. And that's what slavery is. This is modern slavery nowadays. You know what I mean? Your wages never really go up. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. So at the end of the day, be smart. Do what they do. Make money work for them. So that's it now. I'm shutting up. So anyway, please like, share and subscribe if you like the video. If you want links to Trading 212 or free trade, let me know either on my social media or let me add onto the comments onto here, or even email me. Whatever you want to do, let me know and I can file them links off to you and start making your own money today. Anyway folks, thank you all. God bless. Ta-da now.